guys, welcome to the Not Just Boxing YouTube channel. Today we're going to go over the cross from a southpaw perspective. So I'm southpaw, and I just want to say as a beginner, novice, amateur boxer, this is going to be your main power punch. So when you are throwing 1-2s and jabs or whatever you're going to learn in the early stages, the cross against an orthodox person is going to be your main shot. So Terry, if you get in position, you can see here, as a southpaw, you always want your foot on the outside of theirs. And by doing this, you're always going to have your cross breaking their guard. So having this as a power punch, it's very important to throw it correctly, staying balanced, and you want to make sure that once you land it, you get out of range. So we're going to go over today the techniques of the cross, the do's, the don'ts, and we're going to show you the best way to land it against an orthodox fighter. Okay, so being a southpaw, it is such a big advantage. If you're a beginner, it is a secret weapon. If you go into a fight, your opponent that's orthodox has probably been training against other orthodox opponents. And when I mean orthodox, I mean obviously right-handed and southpaw left-handed. But what I'm going to show you now when I go against Terry, if I'm a complete beginner, the advantage of the cross is, as I've said, it is your main power punch, and you're always focusing on having your foot on the outside. Your opponent probably doesn't know this, as he is also a novice. So Terry, can you just say how it is going against a southpaw?
Yeah, so whenever I'm facing a southpaw boxer, the aim, what you want to try and do is, their aim is to try and get the outside. So if Ash was to come on the outside, it opens them up for the rear hand. Sorry, it opens me up for the rear hand. What my aim is not allow him to get there. It's to actually beat him to it or try and get there in front. So if me and Ash were here, it's the battle of the feet. So we're here, my aim is to try and get on the outside of the feet, then I can throw my shot. So we need to get on the outside so it's effective to throw the shots. And if you are here, and you're both battling, so we're both battling for that feet, we're here, stepping in, using your feet to get yourself into range and throwing your shot before he can throw his. Yep, that's one way. And then another way you can do it is, if he does find his feet on the outside, and he does throw that shot, it's very important, keep the hands up nice and tight, and you can block the shot, parry the shot. Move it out of the way so you can open other shots onto it. So that's just two free forms of defense that you can do against a southpaw boxer to land your rear hands.
And what Terry has said, it's the same for a southpaw. So even though it's great you throwing your cross, it's the same for them. So with Terry, if he's throwing his lead hand,
yep.
It's going to be your lead hand. Sorry, it's going to be very easy for me to catch it. But if he keeps throwing his cross and stepping on the outside, I'm going to be eating them all day. So the main thing, again, is if he throws his cross and I'm a southpaw, I want to be able to catch that with my rear hand, a little catch or a parry, and you come over. So yeah, they are the main ways to defend. Anyway, we're going to go into the technique now. So we're going to go into the cross for a southpaw in 3 basic movements. So first of all, we're going to have your starting position. So here, I want to have my weight on my back leg. My shoulders facing towards my opponent, my back shoulder twisted. So now that you've got your starting position, when you fire this shot, it's from the ground up. So if you see from the feet, I'm going to twist my foot, release my arm, twist my knuckles, have all my weight from my back leg to my front leg, and that's me landing my punch, fully extending. And then after that, our third position, we're going to come back to center. So again, from the top, we're going to weight on the back leg, to the front leg, back to the back leg. We want to make sure we have our elbows tucked in, and we fully extend. So as you can see, my hips are moving and my shoulders, and I'm coming back. Okay, so everything coming on the pads. See how I'm well balanced, my weight's on my front leg, and I'm returning to center. Brilliant. So now this is the don'ts. Ready to come in? So when you are throwing your cross, you don't want it to be an arm punch. There's no power, you can hear that. And especially if I'm throwing an arm punch and leave it out. Again, very silly. Another don't, when you land a nice shot, you don't want to stand there and admire it, because again, it leaves me open. So when I do throw this shot, I want to return and get straight out. And there's a few ways of defending after, so it'll be land the shot, I can either step backwards, or I can slip, or I can land the shot, roll, and pivot. So you want to make sure as well when you're throwing your cross, you want to have a nice slight bend in your knees. And when you are landing your shot, your shoulder is protecting your chin. My chin's down, I'm quite low, I'm not up in the air eating shots. So coming across, well balanced, return. Again, when you are going over the defensive movements, if you're a beginner, I recommend just stepping backwards. It's a little hop, make sure from here you have a little spring in your step. That way you don't stand and trade, you've landed your punch and it's all good. One more don't. Do not have your elbows out. It is a natural thing to happen to a lot of people. It happens to me, it's very annoying. But if your elbows are out and you are throwing it, there's no snap. But if my elbow's in and I return it, okay guys, so the last tip, you really want to make sure as a southpaw, a very good little tip, that when you are landing your cross, my head is off center line. So when I'm going against my opponent, my head is just to the center. So instead of it going like this, my head's over, and that way I can actually evade my shots a lot better and I'll win the exchange. Thank you guys. If you can just like, comment, share and subscribe, that would be great. If you want to comment how you throw your cross, there's obviously lots of ways, that would be brilliant.
Right guys, yeah, thank you very much for viewing the video. I'll be showing you in the next video how to throw the rear hand from an orthodox position, so stay tuned for that.